Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the season premiere of The Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 6, y'all. I am glad to see the ladies of Potomac back in action. Sorry that I am a little bit late on this review, but I was not feeling good yesterday, so here we are today ready to get into it. So the episode starts off with Wendy doing her silhouette challenge. Y'all, when I say this was a funny scene to me, because Wendy said she was giving off rich auntie vibes, baby, you were giving newborn giraffe vibes is what you were giving. It was giving weeble wobble, but they don't fall down. Like, it was giving not what she wanted it to give. I'm not going to lie. But, A for effort. Yay, Wendy, for giving us her interlude in the nude invitation. So this whole silhouette challenge was an invitation to basically a party to showcase her new body. So we do get a bunch of different scenes of, everybody kind of seeing the silhouette challenge and being like, wait a minute, what is happening? It was cute. It was funny. Wendy seems to be a little bit more likable at the start of this season. I'm going to go in here with an open mind and give her a chance. I'm going to try, even though I'm going to enjoy her and Gizelle getting into it because I feel like it's karma. I'm going to try my best to be open-minded with Miss Wendy this season. We then get a scene of Candace's new house. We see that she sold her old house for like 8.9, not 8.9 million, Lord, for like 890,000, I think is what it said it sold for. And now she has a new house which was worth 1.1 million. It's 6 bedrooms, 7 baths, and 10,500 square feet. She's also being bonus mom. She has Chris's 2 youngest children, a little girl and a little boy, for the month because they are able to, due to COVID, they're able to virtually do school. So they're keeping them for the month. So that's cute. I don't mind seeing this kind of softer side of Candace trying to be like in mommy mode. Do I think that it seems a little bit forced? It does. Now, I don't know if it's forced for the camera or if it's forced because she just really wants to be a good stepmom. I'm going to, assume that it's the latter. But that's what we're saying. Also, when it comes to this house, everyone is wondering, where did this 1.1 million come from? Who's financing that? But, maybe that ain't none of my business. I'm just saying that's what the streets are asking. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Is Candace's single making it on the charts like that? I ain't seen nobody do a TikTok dance to it yet, so I'm unsure, but y'all tell me. So then we go across town and we see Ashley and Michael. Ashley is very much pregnant. She says she's about 10 days out from giving birth. She's spending time with baby Dean. Michael comes home and he's supposed to be a more engaging father than we saw last season, where he was basically just like uninterested in Ashley and that baby. And they talk about how they definitely went through a rough patch in their marriage during that time, and currently they have not been having sex for 4 months. And so Ashley has some insecurities because it makes her go back to that time and how he stepped out of the marriage at that time. And so she is definitely worried. I am not worried about Michael and Ashley's sex life and their infidelities, because I don't think that Ashley's truly worried about it. I think that this is another storyline. You know how it is. Every season we get Ashley and Michael and their relationship problems, but some kind of way they keep having babies. All right. So back over at Candace's house, Gizelle is going to be the first little visitor. She says George and Wheezy have moved on up as she walks up to the house. And I don't know. That was just shady to me. I don't know. Y'all tell me. It was just shady to me because I'm sitting up here like, honey. I just thought it was shady. It's Gizelle. But anyway. So they get to the house. Candace introduces Gizelle to her bonus daughter. The baby just seems really shy and like she doesn't want to be, on camera. She doesn't really want to talk. I don't really want to see too many more scenes of Chris's children. That's just me personally. But y'all, they're there. So of course we're going to see them. But also I just don't want to just the whole scene was awkward. The baby looked like she didn't want to be there. Then you make her the coat check girl. I just don't want to see the children that much. So we go on the house tour. The house is beautiful. I have nothing smart to say. The house is beautiful. Candace talks about how they're still waiting on some pieces of furniture. Some things are gonna take up to 6 months. This is what happens when you get custom pieces. Let Toya from Married to Medicine tell it. So they sit down to discuss, and Chris comes in and, offers them a snack. And Gizelle asks, what does Chris do? Now, I just don't understand why Gizelle can be this shady to all of her friends and no one takes offense to it, because even though it's a valid question, I feel some type of way if my girlfriend came in and be like, oh, y'all got this big beautiful house, well, what your husband doing now? Because last time I checked, wasn't he just selling courses online? Are y'all making enough money to be able to afford this house? But really though, what is Chris doing? Questions that need answers. Apparently he's managing Candace and her career. Now, I don't know how much there is to manage and how lucrative that is as a job, but that's apparently what Chris is doing, and that's why we're sitting here in this $1.1 million house. Let's see how long they stay in it. Again, don't be like Toya. So then they start talking about Gizelle and her storyline, or should I say her plot with Jamal, and how it has officially fallen apart because let her tell it, the distance and COVID, and she would much rather have someone who was 8 minutes away than 8 states away. Rather, Jamal just got tired of being dragged, and he decided that this arrangement that we have isn't beneficial for me or my church, so let me go ahead and step away from it. That's what that was. No one cares. No one thought it was a real relationship. No one wanted to see you and Jamal together anyway. We're not going to miss him. He was on the phone all last season, so now he just won't be on the phone, and the conversation ends with F. Karen. Basically, Candace is upset because she feels like Karen was not being a true friend to her when she was going through such a rough time last season when it came to Monique, and we do get some montages of Monique and everything that happened there. Gizelle says that she is done with Karen because her and Karen were never going to be friends, and she's jealous of her. She always got something to say, and sounds like the pot calling the kettle black to me. Meanwhile, across town, Karen and Ray are decluttering the house. And as they are decluttering and purging the house, they talk about their vow renewals. But, Karen says she doesn't want the stigma that goes with vow renewal. She wants to rebrand it to something like so good we had to do it twice, or marriage so nice we had to do it twice, or something like that. She says, they've been married for 25 years, so they're just renewing their institution at this point because they are an institution, okay? And Ray goes on to talk about how, they're in the middle of a panoramic, and so they probably don't have to have this huge grand affair. Ray, you are talking to the grand dame. Of course the affair is going to be grand. You know, you've been married to this woman for 25 years, then you know who you married to, and you know that she is going to take this as an opportunity to show off and to flex to everybody in Potomac, baby. All right, so now we have Wendy going to the doctors. You know, this is her follow up after getting her breast done. We find out later that their names are Happy and Ness. Good for her. You know, she says she breastfed all three of her kids for at least a year, and so she felt like it was important to do something for herself, and so a mommy makeover and a few tweaks is what she decided to do. We are unaware of what these tweaks are, but she does admit to the breast lift. They look good. I ain't mad at her. Wendy looks really nice this season. I think, you know, everyone does their second season glow up, so we're seeing Wendy's. I can't complain about it. I think her body looks nice. I think her wig looks nice. I think her makeup looks nice. There are rumors online and around about her bleaching. I don't know if she bleached or not. I'm going to try my best to just give her the benefit of the doubt. You know, we've been in the house for a year. Everybody gets a little pale. I am not the normal melanin glow that I am used to either. Could that be a little bit naive of me to believe? Possibly, but I'm just going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Other than that, I am going to say that I think that she looks really, really good, and her husband seems to like the changes that she made. So kudos to Robin, and that's what this whole party at the end of the episode is going to be about. Now let's get into Robin and Juan. They go out for like a little lunch, brunch type of date, and they really get into a conversation about what's been going on with them during the panoramic. And Juan complains that he feels like Robin has been sleeping in too long. He says, Robin, you sleep in until 10 and you're 46 years old. You're too old to be doing that. And I was sitting up here thinking to myself, baby, Juan Dixon would hate me because I don't do mornings, okay? If anybody that know me, they know I don't do mornings, okay? So he would hate me. But anyways, Robin says that, you know, it's been a struggle with the pandemic. She does everything is the same. Every day is the same. She doesn't have necessarily the motivation that she would normally have to get up and get out and get dressed and do things. And it sounds like a little bit of a depression. So I can honestly empathize with Robin. I feel exactly where she's coming from. I've had those same feelings during this year. This year has been hard for a lot of people emotionally and mentally, and I think instead of Juan kind of like fussing at her, I think it would be very helpful if he kind of got to the root, especially if this is like out of the norm for her, if this isn't what she normally does, and she's expressing to you how she feels like it's kind of the pandemic is weighing on her, then instead of fussing, you should kind of try to be a little bit more supportive. But instead of addressing that in further detail, they go on to talk about how they want to try again for a little girl. And if y'all can't even get that together, I don't see how it's going to happen. I slick don't even see Juan and Robin getting intimate. Like, to me, they just seem like a platonic brother-sister type of relationship. I don't see any type of romance or anything. So if Robin was to come up pregnant, honey, it'd be a shock to all of us. Alright, before we get into Wendy's nude interlude party, we do see that scene that I was talking about with Candace being a bonus mom. I've already given my opinions on it, so I'm not going to go further into that. So now it's the nude party, okay? And we see Wendy walking around the house in her little robe getting ready. She has cupcakes that are conveniently shaped like breasts. She gives the kids the cupcakes. Was like, y'all know what these are? They like chocolate. I was like, oh my God, this is so cringeworthy. Anybody else? I was cringing. She said, oh, we're raising you right. I was like, I don't know. Not sitting up here giving them breast cakes on national TV. I was like, oh my gosh, it's too much. But okay, Wendy's very excited about it. So Gizelle is the first one to show up. She was wearing brown. My husband was like, that's not nude. I said, well, it's not her nude. It could be my nude. That's not her nude, but okay. Then Robin comes up. Robin is wearing like a peachy, pinky kind of color again. Now, Not quite the nudes that we were thinking, but I guess, nudes come in all shapes and all sizes. That could be somebody's nude. That ain't her nude. I'd have came in there, honey, real monochrome, honey. I would have wanted you to kind of feel like, ooh, is she wearing anything, honey? Because that is matching. That is together. But that's just me. I saw everything from white to pink to brown. I don't know. I guess people have their different definitions of nude. Anyway, we see Karen on her way to come to the party, and we see that she's bringing a guest, Miss Mia. Mia is a chiropractor, which is what I said I thought she was after listening to her little intro, her tagline or whatever. So we deduced that she was a chiropractor. She actually is the franchise owner of the Joint Chiropractic, which I have visited before. I personally love a good chiropractor. I think everybody should go visit one. And so the Joint is actually a place I've gone. I think it's only like $19 a month if you get like a membership. So, hey, I ain't mad at her. Get out here and advertise your business. Karen says that her and Wendy met up the week before. They made amends on the little kind of riff, not seeing it for, that they had for each other last season. So we're starting fresh this season. Karen said that she did notice that Wendy looked refreshed, but she wasn't able to put her finger on it. Everybody gets to the house. Ashley gets in extra pregnant. I don't even know if she should have been at the house, because apparently Wendy lives out in the boondocks, and had she went into labor, we don't know if she would have had enough time to even make it to the hospital. But Ashley comes as well. She tried to put on her shoes. I thought this was funny. She tried to put on her heels when she got in the house, but her ankles are too swole. They were like, baby, you ain't got to do that. She's like, but y'all look so cute. I wanted to try. I would have, me and my pregnant self, me and my belly, we wobble in with our heels, honey. And I'm gonna keep on wobbling up until I can't wobble no more. You should have seen me at my last baby shower, honey. I had on my wedges, and they was stacked, honey. And even though I ain't gonna have a baby shower for this baby, I'm still gonna be out here cute or whatever when I take my pictures, and I'm gonna have my heels on too. So Ashley, I feel you, girl. Just because you pregnant don't mean you can't still slay in your heels, because you can. But anyway, we get to talking to Mia. We get introduced to her. She tells us that she has 3 children, 12 and I think 12, 7, and 5 or something like that. Don't quote me on the ages. I know the oldest was 12 and then go down from there. And she also, she has a home out in the Baltimore Harbor, I think she said. And she also has a home down in Durham. That's where her grandchildren are. And everybody goes, grandchildren? She was like, oh, well, yeah, my grandchildren, because my husband is 38 years my senior. And they were like, oh, okay. She was like, but don't worry, he don't move around. He don't act like he's 68. And so then everyone was like, oh, so you're 30. No, so Wendy asked, so how old are you? And she was like, oh, I'm 36. And everyone's like, wait. But if you said your husband is 38 years older than you and he's 68, how are you 36? That would make you 30. When Miss Mia, the math ain't mathing. Number one, you can't even pass for a believable 36, let alone a believable 30. I'm just saying, I understand you get your nips, your tucks, your pulls, your tweaks, baby, but the face and the math that you telling are not adding up, okay? And so everybody kind of calls that out. So we already see what Miss Mia is going to be on. Miss Mia is about an image, honey. Miss Mia is about coming on, portraying herself in a certain way. And we're going to see how that works out for her in the group. As of right now, I still withhold my judgments. I think Mia came in trying to be like that lighthearted, fun type of person. But she, even just that simple little thing, it lets me know that you a little storyteller. You're a little storyteller, ma'am. So now I got my good eye on you. They go and they sit down at the table after Wendy has done her dissertation on why she invited everybody over to her. It was so funny. Just won't, and talking about all the reasons why. And finally, after 50 minutes, I assume. We get to the reveal of Happy in this, and everybody's happy to see it. You know, happy for her. Think she looks good. But they're also like, Wendy, what else did you get done? Because last year you didn't have no booty, and then this year you sitting up here with a little bit of butt. And it's good because you didn't go overboard. You got just enough butt. You got enough butt for it to still be believable. Not like the Alexis Skies and the Ari Fletchers and the build a body bitches that be on Instagram. You got just enough for it to still be pretty believable. So we're not mad at it. But why you not just gonna say it? She says she got, like I said, she said she got the boobs done and some tweaks. Whatever those tweaks are, whether it's the nose or a little filler, a little booty, a little lipo, whatever those are, it's for us to decipher in our own head. But somebody who was very open about the work they got done is Mia, honey. Mia says she done got everything done, okay? She done got her breasts done 4 times. She done had liposuction. She done had this. She didn't even got a cooch worked on. She said, honey, I guess it was like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. And she says, I got to get everything right and tight after having these children. So Mia's very open about that. You open about all of that, but you're not open about your age. It don't make sense to me, but okay. Again, Mia just coming in, showing herself that she's a free spirit. So they begin to discuss that, you know, Candace isn't there, you know. And what's her name? Wendy says, well, Candace called right before the party got started and said that she just wasn't feeling well, so she wasn't going to come. And who was it? I think it was Robin or Ashley. I don't remember which one of them it was, but somebody got the party jumping, baby, and was like, well, I just think that Candace doesn't want to be here because of Karen, and she might feel that it's a little too soon to be around Karen. Shoot, it might have been Gizelle that got that popping off. Y'all drop down in the comments and tell me who it was. I don't remember. But one of them, pregnancy brain, one of them had said that Candace probably didn't want to come there because of the situation between her and Karen and how she might not feel comfortable. And baby, that's just how it got it started. That's just how the party got started, okay? Next thing you know, Karen and Gizelle are getting into it. I look down. I'm on my phone trying to take notes and watch at the same time. So I'm on my phone typing. As I look up, Karen and Gizelle are over there talking about boxes. Karen say, you got a hot box. Giselle say, well, I'd rather have my wop box than your dry box. I'm sitting up here confused as to why we having all this box talk. This ain't cute. This ain't cute for these 50-year-old women to be talking about their boxes. Can we not? Hello, can we not? That was so low to me. I was, and you know, even though I am Team Karen, especially when it goes against Gizelle, Karen started that. You know what I'm saying? Karen started that. And Gizelle said the reason why Karen's so worried about what's going on over here in between my legs because ain't nothing going on over there in her house, and the peen in her house is broken. And Karen say, well, at least my peen be at home, your peen be in everything else. And baby, it just got real dirty. What's her name? Gizelle said that, you know what, I'm not going to spread all your tea right here at this table. I'm not going to drop all your tea at this table. I might just take my time and spread it around town when it comes to your financial issues and your infidelities and what y'all got going over there. And Karen says, baby, you are just a broke hoe from Hampton. There ain't nobody worried about you. You ain't even from the real HU. Ooh! Honey, so that's how they started this season off, honey. They wanted to start it off with the bang. So we're going to see that Karen and Gizelle just are not going to see it for each other, okay? Gizelle say, me and Karen are never going to be friends. And I think that is a safe thing to say. Once you start talking about my box and the peen in my house, I think those are lines that we're just not going to be able to come back from. You know, those are lines that you just can't uncross. I thought it was very low. It was a lot for me super early. And let's just call a thing. Number one, we know Jamal ain't with Gizelle, and so he out here dipping it low and spreading it wide. We we assume that's of him. But, you know, does that mean that Gizelle's box is dry just because she can't seem to maintain a stable relationship? I don't think it's because of her box. I think it's because of her personality, personally. But that's just me. And as far as Karen and Ray go, leave them alone. They celebrating their institution, 25 years. There's a lot of things. You don't know, Ray could have him a little blue chew in his back pocket and be banging Karen out for all we know. Kudos that we don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to think about it. Can we just not talk about each other's boxes next episode? Because I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about the season premiere of The Real Housewives of Potomac down below in the comment section. We do this each and every week. Please make sure that you like this video, you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you have not done that already, and comment down in the comment section. I love to hear from y'all. I love to talk with y'all about this mess, honey. And I'm going to be seeing y'all in the next episode. All right? Peace.